Have you ever wondered what would happen if the devil himself decided to play God? Well, get ready, because today we're diving into 10 of the most bizarre, creepy, and downright terrifying animals that look like they came straight from the underworld. From creatures with chilling features to those that seem too evil to exist, these animals will leave you questioning what nature was really thinking. So, get ready. It's about to get wild. This is your daily dose of info. So like this interesting video and subscribe your channel. Mata Mata turtle. When this turtle was first discovered, scientists seriously thought it was the result of some radiation mutation. And honestly, it makes sense. Who wouldn't be confused by a turtle with such a long neck, a strange head, and a tiny trunk? But after some investigation, they found no evidence of radiation, meaning this peculiar creature is just a product of nature's randomness. Let's break down what makes this turtle so unique. It's a predator, but don't worry, it only eats fish, probably fish that died from sheer terror just looking at it. And no, it doesn't attack people for now. Still, we wouldn't exactly want to meet it in the wild. The turtle has a tube-like nose and leathery sideburns on its head, while its neck and lower head are covered in spiky, ragged leather. These traits help it blend in while hunting and can make tourists scream. One thing this turtle can't do is retract its neck into its shell, like most turtles. Instead, it turns it sideways and hides it under the shell. Given its massive neck, it's not hard to see why. Merle Pitbull. Pitbull lovers are already jumping in with comments defending their dogs, insisting that pit bulls aren't scary. They're just like kids who obey their owners, and honestly, they're just big softies. But here's the problem. The Merle color is banned among professional breeders, and it's not just because people don't like spots on dogs. It's because Merle-colored pit bulls are more likely to suffer from neurological and mental health issues. A dog that's built to fight, with sharp teeth, a powerful jaw, heightened excitement, and potential mental problems. Sounds like the stuff of a horror movie. While fictional horror characters come from a writer's imagination, these dogs are out there in cities across the country. We know some pit bulls will never hurt anyone, but it's a concern. Frill-neck lizard. Australia is an incredible place, full of unique animals, like the frilled-necked lizard. These creatures love hanging out in trees, but when they hit the ground, it's time for a performance. Unlike most animals, the frilled-necked lizard prefers to run on its two back legs, using its tail for balance. When danger strikes, like a curious animal lover, it starts running, spreading its hood wide. And no, that hood isn't for gliding like a sail. It's all about intimidation. The lizard is basically saying, "I'm huge. Be scared." Sure, it looks a little funny, but imagine one of these things charging at you with its hood fully spread, and you have no clue what's happening. Naked mole rat. Picture this. You take a sausage, slap on some paws, a tail, and hamster teeth, and voila, you've got a naked mole rat, or as some like to call it, a sand puppy. Now, let's be honest here. This critter isn't exactly cute. In fact, it's a bit of a nightmare. It's not like a Sphinx cat. It's more of a sausage with paws and whiskers. But don't let that ugly face fool you. This little guy is a straight-up superhero in the animal world. For starters, naked mole rats don't need water. They get everything they need from plant roots. They live for over 30 years, which is a pretty big deal for a rodent. Add cancer immunity, super sensitive hearing without ears, and no pain sensitivity to the list, and you've got one tough creature. Oh, and did I mention they can survive without oxygen for up to 20 minutes? Why is this mole rat not in the Marvel Universe yet? Asian sheep's head wrasse. It's hard to understand what the god of the seas had in mind when creating sea life, but the Asian sheep's head wrasse definitely didn't get the memo on beauty. Found in the South China Sea and around Japan's rocky reefs, this fish is so unappealing that divers have nicknamed it Shrek. Yes, like the green ogre from the movies. Yes, but there's a twist. The fish doesn't start life looking like this. The young Asian sheep's head wrasse is actually quite a bit more attractive, sporting a bright yellow-orange body. As it ages, it grows into its more unique appearance. And in a fascinating twist, these fish change sex multiple times over the course of their lives, flipping between female and male. Some people think this creature is cute, while others find it kind of creepy, but to us, it's just really unique. If you've got an active imagination, you might think it looks like a strange decorative dog, or even Dobby the house elf. Those ears are wild. This little guy is an ii, a very reserved lemur that spends most of its time hiding in its home, staying out of sight whenever it feels something is dangerous. The Malagasy people, Madagascar's indigenous group, are actually scared of the ii. The fear is so deep that they've never said its true name out loud, sort of like he who must not be named from Harry Potter, except this one has a nose. Because of this fear, the ii doesn't appear in their folklore at all. We just hope the lemur doesn't feel too bad about that. The California condor. If you get the chance to see a huge black condor flying in the California sky, consider yourself lucky. These majestic birds are becoming incredibly rare. Back in the day, hunting them was a prestigious activity, but now their numbers are few. These condors can reach over 4 feet in length, weigh about 33 pounds, and have a wingspan of around 10 feet. Sure, their heads may not win any beauty contests with that weird sock-like patch of skin on top, but that shouldn't be a reason to write them off. After all, who's perfect? The California condor is a scavenger, feeding only on dead animals, but that doesn't make it any less remarkable. These birds can soar at speeds of up to 55 miles per hour, and they're among the longest living birds in the world. In fact, they can live to be 60 years old. Imagine that, celebrating a 60th birthday with a nice old piece of meat. What more could this ugly bird want? Angler. You've probably seen this deep-sea creature before, and if you have, you know it looks like something straight out of a horror movie. This fish isn't one for making friends. It prefers to live at the ocean's darkest depths, where it can avoid any social interaction. It's easy to see why no one would want to hang out with this thing. While you might argue that we shouldn't judge based on appearance, and you'd be right, there's always a but. The anglerfish has no interest in making friends. It's all about luring in its prey. It uses a glowing lure created from an elongated spine to attract unsuspecting creatures. Once they get close, it quickly gobbles them up for dinner. And it's not picky. Its mouth can stretch wide enough to consume prey several times its size. So, this fish is like a glowing underwater sock with razor-sharp teeth. Creepy. Cane corso. This breed is said to have roots in the ancient Roman dogs used in battle, and it's easy to understand why. With their intense gaze and powerful build, they certainly look like dogs you'd want to keep your distance from. It's the kind of dog that makes you think twice about crossing the room. The cane corso is a large, muscular dog with a broad head that suggests it's got some serious strength. Its sharp teeth and serious expression are enough to make anyone pause before getting too close. These dogs are known to be intimidating, and they do their job well when it comes to guarding and protecting. But here's the thing, for people who know cane corsos, it's a different story. These dogs are loyal and loving with their owners, often displaying affection towards small children. So, despite their fearsome appearance, they're actually gentle giants in the right hands. Buru babirusa. Unfortunately, this animal doesn't exactly have the best looks. Meet the Buru babirusa, native to Sulawesi Island. Locals call it the pig deer because, well, it kind of looks like a pig and a deer combined. While it is technically a pig, this one is different from most. Its canines grow large and curve almost 180 degrees as it ages. In older babirusas, these teeth can even curl back into the skull. Not the most attractive feature. The babirusa is also a night creature, typically resting during the day and coming out to forage for food at night. Maybe it's hiding from its own reflection. That's it for today's daily dose of info. Which of these devilish creatures freaked you out the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more crazy facts, and turn on the bell so you never miss a dose of wild info. Thanks for watching, and remember,